Hey guys, Anna here, Heart of Magic Guarantee, and today we have live stream update on war situation in Ukraine. I have special guest, but before I will invite him, let's watch short video. Hope. Okay.
You're looking at volunteers discussing the case of a 15-year-old girl who was raped and held hostage by Russian troops. We've located the man who rescued her. Her mother was with her and died during her 10 days in captivity. The details he shared with me are being passed to war crimes investigators.
10 дней она находилась в подвале, где была убита ее мать. Она истекала кровью 2 суток. И это было на глазах этой девочки. Ее насиловали русские солдаты, снимали это на телефон. Простите. Я никогда не забуду эту историю. Я никогда не смогу усвоить это, потому что это страшно. Этому ребенку 15 лет.
And these accounts come from just one area, from 1 month of what might be a long war. The pain of this invasion will endure even when the fighting is over.
Hey guys, so you saw what's going on. It was in Irpin. It's 20 kilometers from Kiev, and it's a war crime all over. There is no breaking all possible war rules. Soldiers they raped 10 years old girl. You can find this information not in video, of course. Soldiers find out that children with a breaking vagina. And it's really, you cannot imagine it happened on 21st century in the middle of the Europe. It's hard for me to talk about this. I didn't want, but I just don't have chance. World need to know what Ukraine goes through. And the most scary part of this is that these soldiers don't have any punishment, Everything okay for, they don't have punishment from their generalissimo, from their, because you see, their Putin, he said about Ukraine, you like you or you don't like, you will sleep with me, We have this expression in Russian. It means I will rape you anyway. You will be mine, even if you don't want. You will be mine beauty, it's also. So, what Putin says, his attitude, it's just like soldiers now translating all possible ways. They come, they rape the woman, children, they kill everybody, they stole the different stuff from houses, and the reality that they became worse than even animals, because when animals they kill somebody, they something, they at least have purpose, they want to feed themselves but this one is just kill for kill. There's another story here, man was soldier, Russians raped woman for 2 weeks, and then she said, I love you, come with me to Russia. She said, of course no, and she has invalid mother, and she said, as an excuse, I have invalid mother, and he in front of her eyes killed her. Can you imagine? It's like, what? Who come to save us? All this propaganda bullshit, these soldiers, they come to Ukraine, they see there is no Nazis, there is nobody like this, and they lose their motivation. They don't see purpose to be there, to be in danger of dying, So they turn into those, some of them, they give up, some of them apologize about what they're doing, but many of them turn into animals because government of Russia doesn't pay them nothing for, for the level of danger they now. So they they, that's why they rob houses of Ukrainian people. There is many. They come to Belarus. They ship everything to Russia, and post of Belarus. They collect all the names, telephones of this. They hope to, they hope to do, for them in future punishment, but through international court, but not through, because Putin and his team, they all reject. They say nobody was doing nothing, and we don't touch peaceful people. But you can see it's all over. It's Ukrainian man tell you the story, and he's crying. And to see Ukrainian man crying, it's not normal. It's like our culture grew up with they keep their emotions. It means it's so deeply hurt, everybody. And it's important right now to help Ukrainian people to survive this genocide in all possible ways. So give me 1 second, okay? 1 second. Sorry, I just cannot continue. Okay. Now I will invite Eldar from Ukraine. We will remind you what he's doing in Ukraine, and yeah. Hello, Eldar.
Hi to all. It's terrible photos and videos, and that's not all. But I try show less emotions and explain more information. Understand that people must know a lot of information what's now in Ukraine.
Yeah, you want to explain something to add?
You have, if you have a question, I can explain only myself, or you can ask me how you usually do.
Yeah. Okay. Just let's start from that. Remind that you now in territory of Ukraine and you involved in humanitarian help, right?
Right.
Because somebody left this time.
No, I can explain. I help people with humanitarian. I organize this chain from. I organize purchases, logistics from abroad to Ukraine, and humanitarian from abroad to Ukraine, and logistics in Ukraine from west of Ukraine to cities where people really need humanitarian. For example, it's Kharkiv, Sumy, now it is Bucha, Irpin, and Gostomel. It's 3 little cities where last day is very terrible time. No, you understand. And now my friends, volunteers in Kiev help people in Bucha too. And yesterday we sent 1 ton as foods and hygiene products to these people in Bucha and etc. near the Kiev.
Who was lucky to survive this? Yeah. I want to show the video you shared with me. It's your colleague, right? He's volunteer, American volunteer that also do this job of humanitarian help. Let's watch this short video, and we'll come back in a few seconds.
Good. Hello, everybody. My name is Lloyd Chavez. I'm from the United States of America. I'm from Texas. And I just want to say thanks to Eldar and all the Slovakian volunteers. Everything that you guys have done, have donated, it made it here, and we've got it, and we're going to get it to the people that need it. To those of you who are thinking about donating or trying to help us out, we really, really would appreciate it. There's a lot of need for funds because we don't have cars and we have to take taxis to places, and sometimes we need to buy medicines and things like that that are very hard to find. And when we do find them, they're expensive, and we got to get those to the elderly people that need them. We also, we try to give things like underwear and socks to the army because they just don't have it, and we're doing everything we can to help them out here. I don't know. I tried to volunteer. I don't know if you can tell, but it says here, situation on the ground is too dangerous for civilians. So the Red Cross is not here. They've been corrupted or taken in by the Russians, and they don't have the resources. UNICEF is not here. So everything that's being done is being done on the ground by people like my man Artem and Allah, and they're like, and they just need whatever money that you can give goes a long way here. It really does. We need to buy eggs so we can make bread. We need to have just anything and everything that we can find to make this place run. And it's really very important. And we thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts for everything that you've sent and everything that you're going to do. We really appreciate it.
So the reality that Red Cross, I heard they're going to open office in Rostov. Yeah. It's territory of Russia, because again, against the desire of Ukrainian people, they take Ukrainians from occupied territory, where now Russia, and they move them to their Russia. People moving to Russia try to find a way to come back to Ukraine or to Europe, but they take passports, do not possible.
You must. I have information. I work in a big international company, and my colleague from Mariupol can go to Ukraine, and today, he writes that with him all okay. But he go to Ukraine cross Russia. Now he go cross Russia to Litva, and because he has a sister in Litva, Lithuania in English. Sorry, I but speak English. I can have some mistakes. What I want to say is that people can go from Mariupol. It's where baddest situation now, and only to Russian, and that's all what I want to say. Okay, and this guy from America who on video, which. He from America, from Texas, and now help people in Ukraine and Kiev. It's one of my colleagues, partners, and they help people in Bucha too. Bucha, Gostomel, Irpin, and Kiev.
Yeah, I will show soon. I want, we will add your Eldar link for humanitarian help, and we ask you guys to help, because now all that we can rely on just on people who have kind heart and want Ukrainian people to help to go through this nightmare. And why you think the Eldar, that many people, they still knowing all this scary situation, they still don't leave Ukraine, they leave
a lot of I think some reasons I said before, and one reason I speak with my friends and my relatives, and some of them, not all, but some of them say that language, they don't know language, it is so hard. Some people say that it is our Rodina.
It's our homeland.
Homeland is our homeland, and we don't want to go. But my parents, for example, they was in Donetsk region. It's east of Ukraine, where now very bad situation too. And when Russian army приблизилась,
Come closer to
come close to my parents, they go. They understand that it's dangerous, very dangerous, and my parents say that it's their homeland, etc. But some people when understand that a lot of dangerous outside near of them, they go. And first language, second homeland, third maybe another reasons, for example logistics, a lot of material things, for example
don't have finance,
flats,
don't have money.
don't have money too. Yeah, it's true.
Don't have opportunity by
Families.
law. Yeah, as we talked before. Yeah, don't have opportunity by law, like all they doctors.
For
They
example,
do something. Like men from 18 to 60, it's understandable why they don't go. Yeah, but then again, yeah, language it's huge. It's huge. My papa was driving out one woman with children, and then he stayed for 1 week in Romania, and he said it's enough for me, I'm coming back to Ukraine, because he was trying to buy milk, and it was like, coming to the shop and looking into my man's eye and say like, moo. He wants to buy milk, and this was like so challenging for him, and he said I'm enough, I want to come back to Ukraine, without language, especially for older people. And then, of course, many people move to west of Ukraine, and it's now overloaded with people, and it's hard to find even and it's overcharged as well, for how much it's hard to find, and then it's cost a lot of money. Not everybody has this possibility. So, and then again, somebody invalid, somebody too old, somebody has, and again, I was talking to one woman, she say we have a big number of family together, and one dog and 3 cats, and how we will move all together, it's not possible. Even they understand they're in big danger, but they will just, it's too much people together. If you I don't know, single mom with child, it's this journey will be probably easier for you, because at least to come to the border, and then somebody will, you will find place. But I was talking to my friend, it's what she's not single mom, but I mean her husband stayed in Ukraine to fight, and she was and she said, and my sister, they have 3 children, and they all together, because by law if you have 3 children you can leave territory of Ukraine. So they all together, and they say it's so hard to find place to live, because it's a big family, 5 people. Yeah, it's not many options for them. Yeah, so it's a big one too. And but I just want to to explain how I want to show a picture of one woman, Ukrainian woman, grandmother, I would say. Look at her. She is, as you see, invalid, even cannot move. It's a photo that sent my brother, his friend, delivery food for her in Kharkov to her address. And this woman, you can see by her age, she goes through many different stuff in life, very difficult times, right? Probably Second World War, and she's old and so many things, but she gave the 1,000 grivnas. It's around $35 to this man who bring her food and asked to give for Ukrainian army to fight against this, this evil that come. You see what it's like. It's nonsense, she's very old, she doesn't have any money, she just wants to stop this war at any price. She give her, I don't know, last money that she has. But because people fight in Ukraine, they fight for their future generation, they fight for their homes, for their opportunity to live in a free country, you know, where you don't need to think what you say, and where you like in Russia, you know, when people just can. It was actually in Soviet Union when you didn't have freedom of what to say, you know, and your neighbor can hear that you say something bad, and then he just, you know, declare, and somebody come to you and put in prison, you know, or. And it's what happened now in Russia too, you know. One woman was taken in prison because she was watching an underground video of Zelensky, you know, and her neighbor said about this, and you know, in the extension, and police come and take her. We don't want to live in such a country. So Ukrainian people, they know for what they fight, but you know, Russian, they don't have this they come and they see the reality, and as I said, some of them wake up and they apologize, but many of them, they just turn into, you know, into animals, you know. They want to take at least some advantage of being here, you know, risking their life, risking to be you know, invalid for the rest of their life, right? So it's important now, you see, like everybody, even in Ukraine, people like this grandmother, you know, she's, everybody do their maximum to help to, you know, overcome this craziness. And like this babushka and other people, like, I don't know, let's take just this woman that I gave example. She has invalid mother, she cannot leave, you know, she can physically, yeah, but she stayed in Bucha to protect her mother, and then the soldier killed her mother, you know. And it's many, you know, situation like this.
And it's not all stories, because no, every day I speak with volunteers from different cities, and really no, I don't meet a man, but no, I can't maybe explain and pronounce how they can do this, but really a lot of stories, a lot of bad, terrible things now in Ukraine, and a lot of people really need help, humanitarian help, help to go out from cities and etc. Really, and I want to your watchers, listeners, understand this, and understand from at start of this live stream, we showed you showed.
The reality.
Show reality, and showed man from America who said about Red Cross. And you must understand that big company don't help always to directly to people, and the volunteers for example, we try help directly, send directly, and I know in this case that we really help people, and really all humanitarian deliver it to people, and don't resell and etc.
Yeah, and I just want to remind everybody, we will add your PayPal account, Eldar, directly, you know, in description below this video, and also in the pinned comment, in the top comment. And if something will not go through, you know, we just create it, so, you know, because Ukraine now cancel commission for Ukrainian PayPal, so we will save 10%, because before we was using our PayPal, and it's, you know, it's difficult to get it to Ukraine. So now we will use directly Eldar PayPal. But if it doesn't
And
work, use our, yes. What?
Okay. Sorry, bad internet maybe. Yeah, I want to say that in Ukraine, PayPal don't work don't have all possibilities for receiving money, but I know about first with email, and second with the link. Maybe link will be working, and
Yeah.
it's two ways, or link or email.
Yeah, we will add this link, and let's show like how I just upload videos to So how it's in Kharkov, child organization got your humanitarian help, and you can see in boxes. You can see in boxes write Eldar name. It's the name of that packages come from Eldar.
Так, сегодня получили гуманитарную помощь. Огромное спасибо Эльдару Кудрякову и Сергею Лемешко за помощь, оказанную нашему городу. Так, это так, чтобы было видно.
Здравствуйте, мы из Харькова. Наша организация «Допомога детям Злагода» благодарит Ильдара Кудрякова и Сергея Лемешко за оказанную нам гуманитарную помощь. Ребят, огромнейшее вам спасибо. Без вашей поддержки нам было бы очень сложно. Слава Украине!
Слава Украине!
Героям слава.
Yeah. So you see, and all these packages, basically, in most cases, Eldar get from Europe, organizations. But then, yet you need cost. It costs money to deliver it, to ship it in territory of Ukraine. So it goes directly to Kharkov, Sumy. It's a big distance and it's big packages. That's why company who still national who works. So basically, we collect most of the money for
Ukraine
just
one of
apologies.
the
You freeze now? Freeze? Eldar? Yeah.
sorry. The Ukraine is the longest country in Europe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The
What to
biggest
say?
one. The big
No, it's for
distance.
logistics information. It's more than 1,040 kilometers from east to west, more from west to east.
Mm-hmm. And yes, and how it's delivered by drivers, who's now also, afraid to drive in territory Ukraine. It's one more reason why people sit in their home, because they think it's more safety, because so many cases when just civilian people was driving, to the west of Ukraine or abroad, and they was shot, together with their children just in their car. It's like, you don't know if you will meet these animals, on a street. Your life can just finish on the road. It's one more reason why people sit and afraid to move, to do something. Yeah. Anything you want to add, Eldar? Maybe I want to ask you, how with this help now? If how big help need and how much compare, what's actual situation now?
How
People
I said
start-
before, the previous our meeting, it starts. All will be so good with humanitarian. Next, volunteers have less energy. We have less humanitarian aid. Now, problem with medicaments. Really. More towns, more cities needs help, because in Kiev region Russians go back, and these cities need help, and now less humanitarian, really less medicaments, less food, and that's all. It's from time to time problem to find something. And for some medicaments we purchase in Ukraine, maybe, or I ask my friends to buy abroad and send here. No, I sent to Anna videos where I sent medicaments. I bought these medicaments and etc. No, I have a lot of videos. I sent a lot. Really.
Yeah. Have a lot, but all in Russian.
Now,
difficult to see. That's why I don't upload all. But yes, we have. Eldar sent me everything, like checks, how much this costs, this car. I have tons of information. It will be 1 hour to show you everything, just without us talking. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
So people more exhausted, but still, everybody try to do their best here to keep this working and helping people.
Yeah, sorry. Today, if somebody saw me at previous meeting, I have more energy. Today, I have really less energy. I think you see this. Really, I'm very tired. I working 7 days per week. Really, I have my own work. I work for Humanitarian too, and I work from morning till evening every day, and from time to time I go to upload in cars, send cars, and etc. And non-stop working. It's for more than 1 month. It's really difficult. And sorry if I maybe show you less emotions and etc. But you must understand what
It's okay, yeah, understand.
there are reasons.
Eldar, I was doing a live stream recently with my brother, and he said that all these Russian soldiers now go to the Donetsk area from that side. It will be 300,000 soldiers, and will be big battles that will, like, basically will show the rest of history how it will go. It will be very meaningful battle. Yeah, so it's good that your parents left Donetsk because it will be the area where all this will happen in the close future.
Our government said they accepted the information that can be very huge battles, and tell people through media, through TV, through radio, that people who can't go out,
Go out,
and because really we don't know what will be Russian from Sputnik.
Satellite.
From satellite, from space, America send informations for Ukraine, and Americans satellites show that a lot of army in east of Ukraine, and can be something bad. We don't know what will be. We don't know.
Yeah, it's true. It's true that I saw when Russian soldiers left Kiev, some of people start to have this desire to come back, to Kiev. And our mayor of Kiev, Klitschko, famous boxer, he also said, please, it's too early, please, don't nobody come back. Everybody try as maximum to evacuate, to safe areas abroad, whatever, they want peaceful people to live, and but not men, because men they want to fight, to stay. They probably will do second way of mobilizing reserves. It's 1 million soldiers all over Ukraine. It's a big number, but they know what to do. Okay, so thank you for an update, Eldar. We will probably...
I want to say that I really want to meet with listeners, watchers, with you again, and I believe that next time we have more good news and etc. I really believe in this, because it's terrible things can be always. It's not normal. I believe that all must be good, and each of us, you, I am, our listeners, people in Ukraine, abroad, really help to solve our problems, to solve problems with war, because мы едины, как сказать?
We are union.
We are union. And it's give us more energy. And next time I have more energy. Because today I slept a little bit, for 4 hours maybe. And
Look what one guy wrote. Mark wrote, I cannot believe a human being would do these things to any other person. They cannot have a consequence or a soul. Hopefully they will have consequences from their international court, but not Russian. Russians support these ideas. And another man read this, Eldar. Don't believe that lies. They don't believe. Oh my God. International, we have freedom of words. We invite all international journalists to come to Ukraine and they see all of that with their own eyes and report it to the world because we want the world to know what's going on. Russians are very loveful, really loveful, so loveful that Ukrainian people now speechless of their loveful behavior.
Guys,
People
really,
need to wake up from this
things
propaganda. It's a propaganda. Did you see the definition of propaganda? It's a created purposely their information that would fool people. It's a lie that allow to manipulate big amount of people, and it's what Putin do. All his whole country, whole his it's based on lie, and lie cannot exist. One time the truth will win, and maybe Ukraine, it's her calling, to destroy all this empire of lie.
I want, without emotion, say to people who really don't believe that Russians so terrible. First, almost all countries help Ukraine and say that Russians bad. I think all countries don't say this if it's not true. It's first. Second, a lot of medias, photos, videos you can find in internet. For example, Google. You can pick up a little man and who show Mariupol, for example. Okay, you can saw how was beautiful in Mariupol before, and what is Mariupol now? No Mariupol. No, really, no Mariupol. No buildings, destroy the buildings and etc. You can check this information if a lot of people who see who saw and watching Russian news and etc. Can say that really Russian good, loveful country, etc. Because in Russian, close Instagram, close Facebook, close a lot of applications where you can find some information and where and this information can open your eyes and you can see true people really all things, all this give you possibility to do decision about what now in Ukraine. You can check for yourself if you want, really. If people it's Marco, or how name of this man?
No, it's Benudzer. Read his other comment. He answered to Mark here. Why do you think so? I'm not in Russia. I'm a normal man who uses his brain and I know the history. I think you don't know the history and don't think the real situation.
I live in Ukraine. I know the situation and I know history. I know
you're not in Russia, you're not in Ukraine, but you know all this history. Just come in Ukraine and see everything with your eyes, You're very welcome, Benuts. And then maybe you will a little bit wake up, Maybe your brain sleep or you just don't choose right resource to watch, That's the reality. Many people don't know how to choose. They type in Google and then what came up,
I think this man want to do more emotions from you and from me maybe, and if you really know history, that the Second War, Russia attacked Poland and not only Hitler go. Hitler, Germany at Second War go to occupied all countries, and Russia too. And when Hitler go to Russia, no, Russia win. It's okay, but Russia do a lot of bad things in the history, not on Russia side. You must understand. You can check this really. No, Russia go to Poland and occupied Poland. And okay, I think we mustn't answer to this man because it's only we spend time with him.
The reality is that it doesn't mean it's a bad man. In Russia it's the same. There is good families with children and they support war, but the reality, and it's so scary that they just don't know the truth, and they're so much brainwashed. Like my brother said when he was in I don't know, Turkey, I think he said, he was watching Russian television for 1 week about what's going on in Ukraine, and he's Ukrainian. And in 1 week, he so much was believed in this Bandera, all this stuff, Nazi, that he feels so bad. He's so bad that he was ready to kill himself after, and people watch this for years, Of course, they lost track of what's real. But the reality is that in Russia, there is no independent sources, it's closed all, everything under control of Russian politics. In Ukraine, there is everything open. There is channels that support politics of Zelensky. There is opposite, it works. There is just independent countries, journalists who come to Ukraine, do their reports. We open to share. And then from watching all of these resources, you can come up with the idea of what's going on, But the reality, when you see us, we both Ukrainian, we was kicked out from our country, and we share our experience because we all have friends. And if you want stop watching, it's not possible. You just go to Instagram, you see the stories of your friends, you hear the story that your best friend, his father died from, rocket. And it's not,
I want to say, if we talking about this, I'm from not Kiev. I live near the Kiev. I'm not from west of Ukraine. Now I'm in west of Ukraine because I help people with humanitarian. But I live near the Bucha, Irpin, and Gostomel, where there were terrible situation. And you must know, people from Irpin, our friends, died. Only father now live, and mother and 2 children died. And I can for next, if you want, for next our meeting, I can send this news. This in America newspaper, the famous newspaper. Don't remember how name of this newspaper, but they took interview to this newspaper, and whole world knows this history about European. Really, I know these people. We met each other in February. In February, we met each other, and in 2 weeks, in 1 month, they died. No, guys, it's terrible. I had a lot of emotions before now at the center. Okay.
Thank you, Veronica, for your comment. Anyone who wants to know the truth, you can find it from real people. People who denied the strategy are part of evil that comes with it. That's for sure. You don't need super high IQ to find out the truth. You just I don't know. You see how many support to Ukraine all over around the world. How many money fans, in different countries, all over. Even Australia. I don't know who lives in different continent. Many people find out that Ukraine exists during many people didn't know where it's on the map, but You see it everywhere. Like, countries put our flag in their, in their statues. Sportsmen, they perform for, for the win of Ukraine, and and it's most of the people. They understand that this strategy, and maybe Ukrainian people, they just keep this evil, from go further to the Europe, and all people need to understand this and need to help Ukrainian country, Ukrainian soldiers to fight, because probably will not find more brave soldiers than in Ukraine, and stop this Nazi. Who is Nazi? It's in Russia, You can see interview of people Russian. Many of them, they all like, you know, some of them they just don't know what's going on, but some of them they actually support and they say, yes, Russia is a great country. We want to expand. It's okay, just to delete Ukraine, crash Ukraine, then delete Poland. I saw the man he was answering, and
We must try to spend less time to these comments and from these people who try to do disbalance in.
But Eldar, the reality is not just one single man. There is many people who believe and support, and that's why many people need to understand reality and help to stop this disaster, because it can grow like a cancer. It starts in a local place and then it grow and spread the world, and people need to invade and help in all possible way to stop this, because it's and Putin, he's, I don't know, there is like a company who did like research, investigation. They now say that he has cancer, and when person sick, what he can bring to the world, his sickness, he don't care. He never cared about people before, and when he's sick, he can just take a lot of people together with him in other world, and what he's doing need to be 100 times with this kind of information, understanding, that now for him it's opportunity for legacy, he hoped, for good legacy, but you see, like, I don't know how you can expect good legacy for just Russian people using his propaganda. But you see what it turned to one of the biggest tragedy of 21st century. I read a lot of Soviet, girls my age who shared the information about how it was in the Second World War from the words from their grandmothers, who was there. And they said, this Germany man, they never was, like, it happened that they raped women, but it was not such a, like, big. They described many situations when this man, they stayed in their house, even, they was just live there, but he never did nothing bad to, peaceful people. But here you see, tight hands and children, and they just killed everybody. They tortured. They have room for torture people. What is that? Who's behaving like this? What's going on? And when and who will stop this? Okay, I hope this man already. He's still.
I'm with you.
And mainstream media status and propaganda places against Russian support. Mr. Zelensky, don't tell the truth. Of course, Mr. Zelensky don't tell the truth. Mr. Zelensky could long time ago left Ukraine and leave it with themselves, as Yanukovych done when people Ukrainian was storm because they wasn't happy with politics. It's what he stay there. He's fight for freedom. He knows for what he's fighting for, and all Ukrainian people, they have this, this spirit in themselves, to fight and to win. Just because everything started like they have support on a top level. You know, nobody run, everybody stay. It's our homeland, and people want to finish this nightmare as soon as possible and come back to normal life. Of course, it will be never normal again, but after many years, and I don't know. Okay, anyway. Yeah, that's a good comment, Mark. It's true. Putin said he wants to denazify the Ukrainian. Zelensky is Jewish, and his relatives fight against the Germans in World War. All there is many. You know, if you talk about, like, we don't have Nazi, because we have even Jewish president. We have a army of Azov. It's a people who was created when Crimea was taken by Putin. It's all people from different nations. There is also Russian in this army, Ukrainian, Belarusian, Azerbaijan people, Georgian. It's all who wants to stop this. It was a long time. They're very experienced, because through many years they got the experience. And it's who Nazi also having all together in one team, like a brother, and these guys who keep Mariupol, and otherwise it already would be. But I mean, there's so many times asked to get people to get evacuated people, and even it looks like Russian just purposely 5 days before drama theater, where 1,500 people was just burned alive. They was asking for evacuation, and they was doing video asking for help, for Red Cross to help to evacuate. And Eldar disappear. Okay, well, for now. And they tell who is in this Mariupol. It's a children, it's a mothers, older people. And then in 5 days they just bomb it. It's like they purposely target the places, where people try to find, opportunity to survive. Okay, thank you very much, Eldar, that you come today. I, guys, again, one more time reminded, we will add the PayPal of Eldar in description below, and in comments, in top comment, you can easily find it, and this link. And second link will be my link if something will not work with Eldar link. And I just want one more time remind that now it's a big, everybody, if you think the dollar will not help, it will help. Every donation now is so important, because as you see, people more like started to adjust it, that it's norm. War is become norm, but it's not norm. There is still people who alive, who need this basic needs to survive, and they don't have ability to move, like in Chernihiv, for example. There is no still evacuation from there. All that we can do, just help them to go through the most difficult times in their lives. So we please ask you to.
I won't say the same in thoughts. It's really.
It was already 2 weeks ago, I think, or less. When it was in Mariupol Drama Theater. I can look
don't remember, because a lot of things before was, but maybe it's 2 weeks or more.
Yeah, approximately 2 weeks ago, and it was started of the most, like we just realized it will be war, like
people
very scary news. And then we see it escalate, the dramatic.
I very shortly want to explain that at this dramatical theater, the people on the ground выложили, как сказать, дрова там. The people to the ground put wood and from небо.
From the sky?
From the sky, you can see word children. It's for Russians soldiers when they will fly. Then
When they fly,
they fly, they must see the children's very big words. It's very, very, very from a very high space. You can see this really, and Russian
they did from the wood
soldiers
sign that there is children. Please don't do nothing to this place.
children, yeah. And I want to say that really, guys, let's save Ukraine together. If you can help for donate or another, you can send donates or write to Anna, and really, I think we together try to help people, because really now very bad situation. I can't do all. I try do what I can, but from time to time a lot of difficulties, a lot of problems with humanitarian logistics. People don't want to drive. People ask more money. Our post coordinator needs a lot of money for transportations, and it's really. And sorry, it's all. Sorry that we asked money, but you must understand, it's things what we need to do what we must do.
What we can for now, yeah.
I organize. You must understand. I organize all chain purchases, logistics, and etc. And now really we need money for logistics and for some purchases, and that's all.
Some purchases are not available.
It's not a lot, but we I really need this.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we hope for your help, and we pray all together for the peace come and no war will finish. And let's finish our live stream with I thank you very much, Eldar, for coming today. I see you're very exhausted, but I hope you will rest today. And I want to finish our live stream with a prayer song for Ukraine. Yes, it's also very, very powerful instrument. So please, guys, all pray for Ukraine. If you cannot do financial donation, this one you definitely can do. Let's pray all together. Thank you, Eldar. Bye.
Thank you Thank you, Anya.
See you soon.
Have a good day.
Минає час, минають дні, і змінюється все навколо, та тільки Бог, Господь святий, не змінюється Він ніколи. В одну хвилину може Він змінити все в нашій країні. Господь, благаємо Тебе, даруй спасіння Україні. Боже, Україну збережи, Господи, помилуй грішних, змилуйся над нами і прости. Молимо Тебе, Всевишній, і від ворога нас захисти. Бо без Тебе ми безсилі, Господи, зміни все навкруги, дай спасіння Україні. І як на цим спостерігать, якщо людей отак вбивають, коли жива людська душа, вже зовсім цінності немає. І як же нам тут далі жить, і нашим дітям в цій країні, якщо не вступишся, Господь, загине наша Україна. Боже, Україну збережи, Господи, помилуй грішних, змилуйся над нами і прости. спасіння Україні. Боже, Україну збережи,